It says here, oil and gas revenues push Guyana H1 GDP up 50%. So if you're not aware, recently Guyana found a huge land of oil that has literally changed the economy forever. Okay, and people are saying that it could be the next Qatar in the next decade or so. Guyana, booked an increase of 49.7 in its real gross domestic product for the first half of the year, led by oil and gas revenues. Okay, growth in the oil and gas sector specifically stood at 67.1%. Okay, while growth from the non-oil part of the economy stood at 12.6%. So that's a huge difference there between oil and non-oil. It's crazy. See, it says here, Guyana has seen its GDP triple over the past 3 years as oil production began in earnest. Commercial production began in 2019, and since then it has ramped up fast. Okay, between 2019 and 2023, output grew at a average annual rate of 98,000 barrels per day, taking it from 0 to 600,000, 645,000 barrels daily last year. Okay,
you're tired.
That's
it's
crazy.
Okay.
Oil of Guyana's oil currently comes from Stabroek Blocks, which is operated by a consortium of Exxon, Mobil, Hess Corp, and China CNOOC. Okay, wow. So since the start of the operations there, the three have made fair discoveries, tapping over 11 billion barrels in reserves. Whoa, that's insane. It says here, right? These developments have turned the tiny South American country into a major oil supply growth engine and spurred predictions it could turn into the second largest oil producer on the continent. That's insane, bruv. Okay, that is insane. So, Theo, the oil industry has drastically changed Guyana. Okay, so what is your thoughts here in terms of a geopolitics perspective? The economy, could they be the next Qatar? Could they change the oil global landscape? What future lies for Guyana, in your opinion, brother?
It depends on the government. If it depends on how the government actually positions itself. I would say the government needs to be very careful and understand geopolitics. Even with 1 billion barrels a day, that's not a lot, but that's something. And countries will be watching this. So I would say the first thing is to make sure that the money is invested properly for the safety and prosperity of the Guyanese people. Secondly, to make sure that their economy is properly supported and stable, particularly from outside sources.
Absolute facts. So could Guyana become the next Qatar? So we know what Qatar, an oil-rich country, and that has changed that small nation in the Middle East into a global financial powerhouse. And they're pretty much loaded. The average Qatar is small population. Guyana also a small population. So would you say, should Guyana follow the way Qatar has done things in terms of their wealth distribution, infrastructure, and how they actually run their economy and their oil and gas sector? Similar continent, similar landscape, similar measures of oil. Guyana should actually, follow Qatar's footsteps, right?
No, I would say they need to follow Norway's footsteps. I would much more rather that, because Norway's structure is amazing, and it's I think it's Oil Sovereign Wealth Fund, something like that. It is absolutely phenomenal. So I would go with Norway, particularly with the infrastructure that, Guyana can really make it. I don't know. I haven't really looked at the sovereign wealth structure for Qatar, so maybe that's another option. But I would say at least at bare minimum do Norway.
Awesome. So Norway should be the standard for them to follow after. Okay.
Yeah. So they should have they should be top 5 in the world for healthcare, top 5 in the world for education. Their infrastructure, they should have like perfect water. I mean, literally, like, they, like, again, like I drink Essentia. Like, this crap should be coming out of their faucets. This is what they should be using in their toilets. I'm serious. That's how well they should be able to clean their water, that they could get this kind of stuff. They should have like amazing internet, first class. Like, no child should go to school poor. They should have like just amazing educational opportunities. Every Guyanese person should be guaranteed retirement. Like, this is how I would say, this is how you start. Well, these kind of basics. How do you structure the economy this way and make sure it's working correctly? How do you do your investments? How do you ensure that the United States doesn't invade them? That would be the next question. that would be one of my first questions I would be thinking about very quickly if I were the president. Okay, so how do we make sure we're not invaded by the United States? Okay, so what do we need to do? I would be making some very good deals in the background to make sure there's no invasion.
And what kind of deals is that? Strategic security partners with other countries for protection, or creating their own army, weaponry, buying weapons? Is that what you mean, Theo?
It's hard to tell, but it would be. You might have like small U.S. military presence. It would make sense, but not entirely a huge one, but a small one, and then probably some sort of oil selling contract to the United States to some degree. Some sort of friendliness with the United States, not overly, but something there, and then probably an arms contract with at least the United States, if not the United States and France. And just not too much, not overly, but something being there so that the United States feels that it's under, that Guyana is under U.S. hegemony or U.S. umbrella.
Wow.
And if that were there, then there wouldn't be an invasion.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is insane, bruv. The world we live in, huh? US calling the shots, even though they talk about liberty and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you have to worry. That's it. I mean, you have a clip about the Venezuelan president being detained?
I do, yes.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, this is a BS. Like, you don't do that to a foreign leader. You just don't do that. That's no. I was ticked. So you don't want that happening to the president of, or the leader. I don't know if it's the prime minister or president of Guyana. So I don't actually know that for politics. But you don't want him to be like, going to Miami, having a good time on the beach and flying back home and being detained. I mean, that's some crap. I don't want to have that. So, yeah. I definitely have some little. I'd probably have a little CIA office someplace. Just we'll see over the place. And hi CIA, how you doing? Okay, is everything? Do you like us? You're not going to do an invasion? Okay, good. Okay, leave us alone. Okay, you took their oil. We got the money reserves. Okay, fine. We got. You don't mind that we invest most of the money into China? Nope. Okay. Just as long as we have a democracy and we're not talking about communism or socialism or like some sort of like people's movement. Cool. Okay, good. We don't have any streets named Cesar Chavez. Like, we don't have any like streets like that. Okay, we good. All right. Okay, we good. All right. You'll leave us alone. McDonald's can come here and make our people fat. All right, we good. All right. No problem. I'm serious. I mean, it's kind of funny, but this is really true. I mean, this is something you'd have to worry about. Is the United States going to invade us? I mean, that's a concern. So, I mean, Guyana could probably do better than Africa because of this issue. But go ahead.
You mentioned how the Norway part where follow the Norway model, and I was reading Norway a couple months ago, and the way when they found their oil and how it transformed their country, it went amazing, right? To the point where the first world country, high education, high everything, right? Now, is America involved in Norway's dealings? Feel is Norway free sufficient out of interest?
No. Norway is very like sovereign compared to the United States, right?
Awesome.
Yeah, there's no, but I mean, they just joined NATO anyway, right? So I mean, I don't think they're doing military. We would never invade there. It just does. It would not make sense. So yeah, they're pretty much sovereign compared to the United States.